Yo, what's up? Yo, you saw Masters of the Universe, right? Like, you had to see that shit. I know you're a Masters of the Universe fan. I'm a Masters of the Universe fan. I watched the whole shit in one sitting. What happened? What did you do? Did you see it? Did you not see it? If you didn't, then shut the fuck up.
Yo, hey, I have a kid. I saw the first 2 episodes.
What is the thing? What is there one thing in the world that you cannot use your kid as an excuse for? What is there anything? It's like every fucking thing now. It's just like, yo, I got a kid.
Because
this motherfucker said, yo, I got the get out of jail free card for everything.
No,
now.
that's not
Thank
it.
you.
You don't understand. You're never gonna fucking understand. Anybody who's listening to this who doesn't have kids is never gonna fucking understand it until you have a kid. If you're not gonna have a kid, good for you. I'm just saying, dude, it fucking takes over your life. You can't fucking sit there and watch that shit and then you can't, dude. It's 5 episodes and they're 25-30 minutes a piece. So the what? That's 1, 2. That's 1
It's
hour.
a movie.
Yeah, it's a fucking movie, bro.
Yes.
I have to. Yeah, but I have to wait until. All right, you know what? Fuck that. I could have actually watched it this weekend, but I was DJing on Saturday and Sunday, 2 weddings. So the time that I would have had to watch it.
There you go. There's a much better excuse.
But I tried to watch it today, and I got through 2 episodes with her in the same room, but doing her own thing, and that's rare. So,
yo, just imagine 15 years from now, when Ariel goes back and watches all your old YouTube videos, she digs up a fucking old fucking computer or some shit, and it's what's YouTube? And then she's like, oh shit, there's Daddy. And then she hears you fucking say, I couldn't do it because I have a kid, and she's gonna be like, fuck, Daddy couldn't do shit because of me.
You know what she's gonna say? No, she's gonna say he couldn't watch those, but that means he's a good dad because he was taking care of me. So that's what that is, man. I choose to be a responsible parent and watch my kid, and I will take that. Well, anyways, no, I watched it. I watched the first 2 episodes. I have to say, man, I was very impressed. I really, really enjoyed it so far. I think that I love the animation. I love the pace of it. I love how fast it is. It's a lot more action packed than Masters of the Universe was when we watched it when we were kids. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about So Ariel actually did watch when he transformed from Adam to He-Man. Adam. Yeah, and I was I like the original, how he says it, but I was let's see how this happens. So he's he says it, and all of a sudden it's the shield pops on him, he starts gaining armor. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, okay. So this armor just appears out of nowhere and then slaps onto him it's part of his skin, whatever. And then
a fucking slap bracelet.
Yeah, it was he was fucking Iron Man. And so I was like, okay, and that was cool. But then she was kind of intrigued by it. But then she loves cats because we have a cat. And then all of a sudden he points to Cringer. And she sees Cringer, and then she sees him growl, and she kind of was and I was like, look, he's turning into Battle Cat. And she kind of looked at me and she smiled. So it was it was cool, you know what I mean? But it's just. They just take everything up another couple levels, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, they freaking turn everything up to 10. It's
yeah, I like the transformation too. I like what they do with Adam, Prince Adam, and He-Man.
I didn't like how he says the catchphrase though.
I have the power.
To start it, the I have the power was good, but the by the power of Grayskull thing, it was just it was almost I don't know, it was just weird. It was by the power of Grayskull, and then and then it's the real shit. You know what I mean? It goes, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power, right? But it's why not just start off badass? You know what I mean? Why is it just
because he's Prince Adam, bro. He's just yeah, but he was Prince Adam, dude. Is kind of a pussy. It really is.
I guess.
Because I'm watching him and he just sounds kind of I don't know, dude. I'm not a fan of him. He's just yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I was why does he sound like that? But yeah, I agree with you on that. And they But I like that they made Prince Adam. I like that they made his physique different than He-Man. Because that was always something I found funny. It's like, oh, no one knows that's He-Man. He's like,
right?
Always jacked. I was like, okay.
It's like, bro, you can't even fit in your clothes anymore? What the fuck?
It's like the Clark Kent, syndrome. Put on the glasses and nobody knows. I mean, it was just like, it makes
he doesn't even put on glasses. He's just wearing different clothes.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
It's like he takes his shirt off and gets a tan, and it's like, who the fuck is that? Wow.
Yeah, I agree. So I like that they did this. I like that they did that to him. I thought that was cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not new though. I mean, like in the other reboot, like they actually did the same thing. Like they made him a little slimmer and slighter frame.
I will say though, I take back what I said about Mark Hamill. I think that Mark Hamill as Skeletor is working for me. I definitely, I was watching it and I didn't even think that it was Mark Hamill until I was like, oh, Mark Hamill's the voice of Skeletor, and then I was like listening for the Joker and I heard it, but it's like I wouldn't have necessarily like heard it unless I had thought of it. You know what I mean?
Bro, episode 4 though.
All right, I'll have to get to that. Yeah.
Actually, is it 4?
Don't tell me, because I don't want to know.
I don't know if it's episode 4 or episode. No, it's episode 4, I think. Yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Episode 4 has probably the best like voice performance.
Right.
And I'm sure you'll agree. We'll get to that.
All I can say is I hope I'm wrong about this, but already, dude, like Mossman, R.I.P. Like that's it. I was like, but we'll see what happens. So I'm not.
Yeah, dude. All right. So can we talk about this, man? Like. So we're talking about Masters of the Universe, and you've only seen 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So we can't get too deep into it, but
yeah.
Can we talk about the outrage that appears to be happening online right now? And I always make this a point when we talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, and then people try to tear it down, and I just feel like there are people trying to tear down Masters of the Universe because there's not enough penis in it.
What? Can you please explain that or elaborate? Because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
All right. So if you look at all they're review bombing the shit out of this, by the way. So like if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm not even sure what the percentage is right now, but it's somewhere between like 30 and 40%. And that's
I fucking hate
that's
people.
The audience score. The critic score is a lot higher, and that's to be expected because the critics actually are they're professionals, right? Like they watch it and they give their actual opinion. When you go on like YouTube, you can find a ton of videos, and most of them are these like
don't give a fuck about that. I really give zero fucks. It's just some dude
they're like
40,
50-year-old guys that
have no fucking job.
Not really Masters of the Universe fans. They just hate when women are given a chance to shine, or if there's like a black person that's added to something.
Oh my God.
They call it woke bullshit or SJW bullshit. They're calling it. I think they're calling it something like He-Ma'am. In the Masters of the Universe. And one thing that Kevin Smith said, and I'm paraphrasing because I'm not going to like look up the quote, but he was just like, grow the fuck up. Like, do you think Mattel is going to, like Mattel Television is going to hire me and pay me to make a Masters of the Universe show without He-Man? Like what the fuck do you think is going to happen? You know what I mean? It's like, dude, like, It's just the most ridiculous shit.
But what are you saying? It doesn't have enough penis in it. What are you talking? What does that fucking mean? What?
So that's what people are saying. Well, they're not saying that, but they're saying that there's too many women.
Oh, fucking! I didn't do that. What the fucking people? I hate people.
Which if I say there's too many women, that just means that there's not enough penis, right? Like
yeah, but I mean, like I don't know why. I'm going by what you said. I don't know if that was some bullshit quote that somebody threw out. You know what I mean?
No, it's a quote that's actually a quote. Rob made this reference.
Yeah, all right. Well,
on
but
the group.
It's just, dude. You know what it is though. I'm so goddamn sick of like, I'm so sick of everybody on social media. I know that's like a very widespread fucking comment to make,
except for Nerd Ruckus, K Squad, and Hasbro Collectors Club.
Yeah. I think what I mean by that is I'm so goddamn sick of a movie coming out and everybody that goes to see the movie. Like, what is the problem with people lately, dude? And over the past 5-6 years, I've noticed this, maybe decade, is that when a movie comes out, people no longer go to the movie to enjoy the movie. They go there and look for things that are wrong with it. Instead of thinking about, what did I actually like about the movie? What did I enjoy? No, I gotta talk about all the things that I fucking hate about it. And it is just like, it breeds negativity. It shoots down everything the directors are trying to do. Like, it is just, I don't understand. I swear, like, misery loves company. I'm telling you, 100%. Man, it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, do you honestly think you could do better? Do you think that you could do better? You think you could write a script, get it greenlit, hire a director, get producers on board, get the studio to fucking agree with you? Like, do you think that you get the voice actors, make sure everybody's on board? Like, do you think you could fucking accomplish all that? Or are you just going to go to the movie, pay $13 and then shit all over it because you have a keyboard? Yeah. So sick of it.
Here's where I get so like frustrated though, is like they're not even waiting until they see it. They're tearing it down as soon as they see the thing that triggers them. Like if they see, like if the trailer features, something that triggers them, like a black person or a woman or somebody Hispanic or something, and it's not just some like white cis male or something. They're just like, oh, they have an agenda. It's like, bro, like, can you just like watch the shit that they're putting out and then judge it after you watch it? And if you watch it and you feel like there's an agenda or something like that, then give me some like valid examples. Like, hey, I saw this thing and this is something that happened and this is the thing that made me feel like there was an agenda. But don't look at a trailer or a still shot. Like when you posted the still pictures that came out of Masters of the Universe, like there were already people crying about this shit. It was like back in like early June. People were already crying about this, and it didn't come out till July 23rd.
Yeah, but you know what it is, dude? It's kind of, I think it's like, it's always something. It's always like, oh, there's not enough black people being nominated at the Oscars. There's not enough there's not enough women in Master. There's not enough males in the universe. But if it was hardcore male, they would have been like, oh, there's not enough women. Like it's like,
but that's a thing though. But here's the thing, like that's a thing. That's a thing that's been happening for decades. Like since the inception of Hollywood, it's been male dominated. Like, you couldn't get a black actor in a movie. You had people putting like fucking makeup on to make them look black or Native American or Hispanic. You had freaking Mickey Rooney.
Doing an Asian guy in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yeah, like, I get it, but I'm just saying like
people couldn't get on screen.
I get what you're saying there, and like maybe that's a bad example, but I'm just saying like there's always something for people to complain about, and even like it's always like. With Masters of the Universe, it's like you're gonna complain because there's too many women in it. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Like,
or that Tila is taking center stage, and she was taking center stage because it was a logical progression. Like something happened, like the story called for it. Is what I'm saying. Like I'm in the second episode, and I'm watching her decision, and I'm like, good for her. Like I completely agreed with her. She got lied to, and she said fuck you.
Yeah,
or she said in Sarah Michelle Gellar voice like fuck you or whatever. Like I hate Tila's voice. I will look.
You know what's funny? Oh my god! You know what's funny? You know what's funny is I actually kind of was like, this is an interesting voice they chose for Tila, but I didn't really. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with it. But she did sound a little kind of like Valley Girlish, But I was
she
like,
was super nasally.
But I wasn't like shitting on it. I was just like, oh, like I didn't expect the voice that they had for Adam to be like Prince Adam.
I'm shitting on it.
I don't hate it.
I'm man enough to admit it.
I don't hate it. I'm like, it's just not what I expected. But I'm taking it with I'm taking it and I'm watching it and accepting it, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna enjoy this.
I mean, I'm sure there are like, tough girls that, talk like a Kardashian, but I've just never met one. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I thought
I've
was,
never met it.
You know what I thought was stupid too? This is one thing I thought was kind of dumb though, and I laughed at it out loud. It just made me laugh where like the king was like, he was like, oh, he's like, he was a warrior or whatever he said. And she goes, we've lost our son. And he goes, what do you mean? Like, Prince Adam, is it like, dude, where have you been? Like, I feel like if anybody would have been clued into this, it would have been you guys.
Yo, did he overreact or what, though? He was like, men-at-arms, you are excommunicated from my kingdom and you will never be seen again. And if I see you, I will chop your head off and feed it to my dogs.
Stripped of your title and you are exiled and I will murder you if you return. I was like, Jesus, bro. He's just telling you that He-Man.
You were once my best friend, but now you are the worst person ever in history and I never want to see your face.
I was like...
Because you didn't tell me something I should have known.
I was just following the prince's orders. I'm sorry. Like...
Yeah, like the prince told me to do some shit and I'm like, you know, a fucking soldier. Like, I'm not even like... I'm not anything but a soldier. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Like, so far, I just think the show's doing a really good job. I enjoy it. I'm really having fun with it. It's such a fun piece of nostalgia, you know, to kind of jump back into. Oh, it's so good. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to Tony and Cooley. We appreciate you listening every week while we ramble about stuff. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure that you do that now. Hit that subscribe button so you can see all the content we release every single week.
Yeah. And for those of you that are on Facebook, come check us out at the Nerd Ruckus Network. That is a Facebook group. So if you're, wondering, what you got to do is you got to look for Facebook groups and then search for Nerd Ruckus Network. Seek us out, request membership, and we shall approve you if we deem necessary.
Yeah. Oh, and if you guys don't have time to watch our videos on YouTube because you're busy, obviously you can still listen to us on any of your podcast listening platforms. Just look up Tony and Cooley and you will find us there. And that's it. There you go.